Hey guys, Philipp Schaedler here with my monthly real estate report and what's going on in LA real estate market. Let's dive right in. I'll make this as short as possible. So let me share my screen with you. So first of all, we're going to talk about the current 30-year fixed mortgage rates are around 6.1%. With our lenders, the vendors we use have a little bit of an advantage and seem to be getting a better rate because if you go to, let me just see what the current rates are with, where is it? Mortgage News Daily. Let's see what they come in at 6.64, as you can see right here. So you definitely have an advantage with our lenders. The current Los Angeles market, this is according to MLS data, which is right here. Screenshot of my MLS. Shows that the overall market score for a buyer is great, right? So inventory is good, negotiation leverage is excellent because you can probably go in 5% below what they're listing unless they're severely overpriced. Happens a lot. Competition is moderate because not too many people are buying because the rates are high and the prices are relatively high. Opportunity for equity is great because if you go in and make a really low offer and you can accept it, you are already ahead of the game a little bit, right? Homeowners insurance. What's driving the difficulty in LA and also Malibu land for sale with incredible views. So let's talk about the first thing here. This is Los Angeles County, single family residences and townhouses and condos. So this screenshot here, what that tells us is that buyers have negotiation power. The biggest signal is 229 listings, new listings, and 220 price reductions. Those numbers are almost equal. That usually is a sign that many sellers are listing too high and then having to adjust. That, again, is a buyer's benefit, right? Because if the property sits longer, you're going to lower the price unless you have time to wait forever. It is motivated. There's motivated inventory because adding together 220 price reductions, 75 back on the market, 30 expired, and 46 canceled. That's 389 listings showing signs of stress or resistance. Let's see, in second page here, the market is active and not crashing. This is definitely what I would agree with. Yes, that's what I see. There were 190 closed sales, 136 pending, and 99 currently are active under contract. Homes are still selling. The difference is that pricing has become much more important. This is why the score is here important. So homeowners oftentimes, about 73%, I think, in America, overprice their properties. Now, if you have an overpriced property, it sits on the market longer. At the moment, it's around 75 days on the market in LA County. If you overprice your property, the difficulty is you probably make plans to move on after you have sold your homes. For heaven forbid, it's a contingency sale where you have to sell your property first before you can buy the next one, right? If your property doesn't sell, it puts you in your plans are spinning, right? Then it's not what it's supposed to be at all, which gets sellers very upset. So in order to avoid this, I would highly recommend to sit down with a real estate agent and really research the market. And really, a lot of sellers don't like to do that, but really what you should be doing is go slightly below market because buyers are very savvy. They make their own comparative market analysis, so to speak, right? And when they see your house is overpriced, they won't come to the open house. They won't even have the agent reach out to your agent because they said it's overpriced. So now you're sitting there, right? So if you're slightly under value than market, then more people see you as a good deal and they will jump in and you'll have hopefully a bidding war. That's the idea behind it. But anyway, so let's go talk about insurance because insurance is an issue. Homeowners insurance is a big issue and it is likely to be increasing even further. Let's see right over here. So homeowners insurance, what's driving the difficulty? The January, actually, that's not 20, that's incorrect, the 25, the wildfires cost over 40 billion in insured losses and accelerated an already severe insurance availability crisis. State Farm and Allstate already stopped writing new California homeowners policies before the fires. And we know that to be a fact because some people were not insured or underinsured or couldn't get insurance anymore prior to the fires, right? Which was really horrible. The private market for LA home insurance is significantly constrained, particularly in fire-interface zip codes like Altadena, obviously Pacific Palisades. That's where the fires just happened. But this applies to any hillside community like in Calabasas, Oak Park, Agora Hills, wherever you're in the hills where there's brush. Rates are also rising broadly. Insurify projects Californians could see insurance rates increase by 16% by the end of 2026 as insurers look to recoup roughly $41 billion in losses from the LA wildfire, where it's easier versus harder. This is the key nuance. LA's flatland neighborhoods, central Pasadena, Los Angeles, just flatlands, we're not near the hills, remain well served by standard carriers, while the crisis is concentrated in the hillside, canyon, wildland, urban interface adjacent areas. So where in LA someone is buying matters more than whether you're buying in LA at all. So here is a little tidbit information, especially for first-time homebuyers. Let's say you wanted to purchase a house. And you find out, and you're in the hills, and you find out that the insurance is much, much higher than you expected. What you could do is to circumvent the insurance increases for the next 3, 4, 5 years. We're hoping that they recoup the losses by then and then lower the rates again. That's hopeful, right? You could purchase a townhouse or condominium, and here's why. Typically, townhouses and condominiums are a little bit more affordable. Home insurance is more affordable for those types of properties. And the reason probably is because you're less risk, because first of all, the homeowner's insurance for the building has also an insurance, right? When you have an HOA, like my townhouse, my insurance has gone up, but not really terribly high, but it has gone up. But I would say maybe 5% or something like that. So the rates on Mortgage News Daily are 6.64%. And as I mentioned earlier, our lenders can get 6.1%, which is a big difference. Really quickly, also want to talk about the Malibu listing. We have a land listing, 2.1 acres for sale. And the views are just incredible, right? I mean, it's really, when you look at, let me see, we have some pictures in here. This is like a 180-degree view. It's really stunning. It got lost in the fire, this is structure, but the foundation is still there. And we're just in the process of getting the foundation verified by a structural engineer. So because some developers have been calling us and we haven't been able to give them that answer if the foundation is verified, and we're in the process of doing that. If you have any real estate related questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. My number is at the bottom of the screen, 310-918-2260. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.